everywhere big data. If I think in my last 6 months schedule, previous 6 months schedule, all workshops which I delivered, it was on big data. And earlier, 1.5 years or 2 years back, entire duration, if I check, the schedule was filled with data mining workshops. So this is the trend. This is the trend. And when we used to go for data mining workshops also, we used to think that data mining is a wonderful thing, and there's no like what type of advancements will take place in the field of data or data science. But when big data was started, we really appreciated, yes, even this is real advancement. You know how these advancements takes place. Practically speaking, these advancements take place only with the people like you and me who are working in this domain. Every researcher, every data scientist puts his effort, put his sincere effort, and tries to enhance the subject to the extent possible with him. To the extent possible with him. Every thesis is like an idea, and we never know which idea will click and which idea's vibrations move till the far distance. Anyway, let us see from the beginning level, like in the very beginning, like when the human culture started, or human civilization started, every situation there was needs of one and another. I need something, you need something, you need something, and you need something. Everyone has his requirements, and the situation is no one can fulfill his need completely in all dimensions individually. I depend on Mr. Rajeshwar Rao sir. He depends on his neighbor, and he depends on his neighbor, and maybe he depends back again to me. In some or other way, people are dependent on one and another. That is why it is said human beings are like social animals. Society is, every individual in the society is dependent on one another. So in the very beginning, in fact, before I start this point, I just want to make you a point clear that in whole lecture, whether it may be the domain of data mining or big data, it is always suggested, it is always preferable that when we listen or speak, let us imagine we are businessmen. Because these domains are cross-discipline domains. You will come across management issues, you will come across statistical issues, you come across business principles, investments, profits, all these terms will keep repeating. Customers, most of the time. You will come across pattern matching, you will come across so many different domains. And in some places, when we discuss about data mining and big data issues, we really get a doubt whether we are dealing with the concepts of computer science or with the concepts of management. We truly speaking, we sometimes feel, are we engineers or businessmen? Is it? I hope you might have also experienced all these situations. If we really want to dive in the subject with full enjoyment and enthusiasm, it is better we feel we are businessmen. It is better we feel we are businessmen. Then we'll enjoy everything. what we feel, particularly academicians, profit, investment, customers, slightly mind starts, this is not your domain. This gives instead of that, let us originally feel we are businessmen. We are businessmen, and not only a small businessman who is restricted to a district level or in town level, but we are businessmen and we are like CEOs or founders of a multinational company. Isn't it? Gives a good feeling, yes. Is it? We are businessmen, and that too we are just like a founder of multinational company. And our company has different branches, one in India, one in Canada, one in USA, one in Dubai, one in London. All these are our business points. And every month we'll be reviewing the performance of every location. We receive reports, we receive feedback, based on different data, we make decisions. The decisions which are strategic decisions. And based on those decisions, we run our business. This is the scenario. So, for the moment, in fact, not just for a moment, but till we are in this hall and our discussion go on, let us forget that we are academicians and we just imagine we are businessmen, and businessmen who are the founders of some multinational company which has various branches all over the globe. And we have to do whatever we learn here, whatever we see the concepts, they are not theoretically or just because we are interested in a subject, but let us imagine as if we are involved in that and we have to do everything on our own. So, I come back to my point where I was just saying, every individual in the society is dependent on one another, and no individual can fulfill all his requirements on his own. In the very, very initial days, in fact long ago, there was a situation when the business used to run on a barter system. I hope you remember what is barter system, is it? I have dal and he has rice. I go and give him a kg of dal and he gives me a kg of rice. And he'll enjoy combination of dal and rice, and even I'll enjoy a combination of rice and dal. He has some vegetables, I give him some rice which is bulk with me, and he'll give some vegetables. In this way, you give something and take something, not in the form of cash, but in the form of items. This was the initial system which was followed in business. Later, as the time went on, the situation where it was the barter system was left behind and the policy of exchange of money was started. When people started selling something, they felt that they need to be recorded everything in law, so that they have a track of what? Track of their items, what they have sold. What is the level, what is the position of stock, status of their stock? Is everything available or they need to be brought? What is the level of profit rate they are running their business? At what profit rate they are running their business? All these things with an intention to evaluate everything, business oriented, all aspects. They started maintaining logs, and gradually the situation went on, and a day has come when people started feeling writing logs is little difficult. Writing log itself was a difficult, and very big difficulty was, after writing logs, they should evaluate those logs. Writing itself is a tough. And we know that anything which is manual, no doubt it gives more satisfaction for a man, but later when it becomes little intensive or little high scale, larger scale, it becomes hectic to maintain. The only solution for manual activities, hectic manual activities, to convert into easy and comfortable situation was only computerization, that is automation. Then the concept of databases has come. When the concept of databases has come, people started loading their records in the database. But as the business grew, like if a person is having a shop at his locality level, he'll be having log system only, manual. If a person has a supermarket and his supermarket is very famous and all surrounding society people also come and purchase from him, then he prefers to have a database which is computerized. Only he enters the sale records and the stock record, and all other reports are generated automatically with little effort, with some commands. Later, when the situation has come where the supermarkets were not just located in one place and two, three locality people were coming and purchasing from there, it is natural process. If any supermarket is growing, what will they do? What the owner will do? Will he be very happy only by having one supermarket? Branches. Like Reliance people do, is it? Reliance, Spencer's, More, what they do? Everywhere they put a branch, and every branch looks so wonderful. Very big malls. If a person has a mall which is running on a very good level and high profit rate, he makes different branches all over the place. One in Vizianagaram, another in Visakhapatnam. In fact, Visakhapatnam is a very big place. So not just one, but 3-4 branches within Visakhapatnam. Then in surrounding places, here, there, he keeps on growing. Not only up to Visakhapatnam or surrounding, but even he may go on up to every district of the state. So in that situation, he will be having so many branches, and every branch is running in a wonderful way. So database was not sufficient. In that situation, the researchers, people like you and me, the data scientists, the researchers, they felt when databases concepts are not supporting satisfactorily to the businessman, there is a need of one more item or tool that will satisfy the business. And they came up with the principle of data warehouse. After having data warehouse, there was a situation where the people were having huge amount of data, historically huge amount of data, and in that situation there was a high need that they should have some utilization of that particular data, and best utilization of that data is to search for hidden patterns, likes and dislikes of the people, and when what is like and when what is not like, all these hidden patterns. Then data mining techniques were initiated. Now the situation has come where data mining and data warehouse capacity was also not sufficient. Can anybody tell me when was www was started? Particularly student side, when was www started? 19? And anybody else?
85 to 90. 1985 to 90.
Yes. In 1990s, the World Wide Web was initiated with Berners-Timberlake. So from there, people started pushing so much of data. So even the data in the world, which is in the databases, or data warehouse, and also the data which is on the internet, when the entire data world was checked, it was found to be very huge. And it was felt that even data warehouse concepts and data mining concepts are not sufficient. We require more concepts. And with an effort of the researchers globally, the new concept has emerged, which is considered to be a trend-setting and a turning point in the world of data science today, is big data. Let us just analyze more on the concepts we have seen. We have discussed just now. As I said, there was database, there was data warehouse, and now we are talking about big data analytics. Can anybody say what is the size of database? What was the size, normal size of a database? Some
GBs.
The size was some GB. And what was the size? Terabyte. And what will be the size of?
Petabytes.
Only petabytes? I'll tell you one thing. Facebook generates 500 terabytes per day. You think petabytes will be sufficient? No diplomatic answer, any size. You fill the blank. Zettabytes. At this point of time, I just want to make it clear. Zettabytes is assumed for today, but very sure in future even zettabytes will not be sufficient. Big data will beat all the records and break all the records and go to any extent. Zettabyte, all these things are nothing in future. Another point. What will you get out of this database? What are you getting out of this database? Are you getting knowledge out of the database? How many say yes? Getting knowledge from database? Yes, from this side. Required data. From back side.
Database can store the data If a user can want, then he pass the queries and get some knowledge from the database.
By pushing query, you get knowledge.
Information is stored in information.
Here is a contradiction. One says you get a knowledge by pushing a query. Other group says no. What is your opinion?
Information, stored data.
Part of data.
Through database, see, you are storing data in database, right? How many of you are MTech students here? Raise your hands. Okay. Other all are faculty. Okay, very good. So, here my point is, you have a database where you are storing some GBs of data. In fact, in this situation, forget that you are storing GBs of data. You just remember that you are storing entire business data in this database. And you know the situation. Database is not restricted only to this one block. If I have a database of 100 GB, for example, I can have another database with one more 100 GB. And I can have n number of databases with 100 GB. But what is the problem in that?
Relating
Exactly. Joining. No doubt the concept of joining everything has come. But for joining also, we should have some index. I want to browse the data of 10 years back. I want to retrieve data of 10 years back. And in this last 10 years, the staff is completely changed. The summary, the report making person, the data entry operator, and all those people who are working with the databases are completely changed. Entire staff is changed. Now I want a specific data of last 10 years. Who will fetch me that data? Difficulty, because we should have some index. This database holds this data, this database holds this data. So joining is a big difficulty. So here there was that particular difficulty. But still, you just imagine a database is a place. A database is a place. Yeah. A database is a place where you are storing data of your entire business. So when entire business data is in that, in what way you can utilize that data? Many senior people are also here. I am sure you people have taught database management system number of times. And I'm sure a couple of them have also taught data warehouse and data mining. And I'm also sure if you have not taught, at least you have your self-learning habit even about big data analytics. So what I'm speaking, I hope for every question there will be a person to reply me back. Give me the answer, right? My point here is, what is that you are getting from database? Summary. Information. Anything else?
Different perspective, like initially before designing a database itself, you will be setting some queries, like only for these queries, based on that you are going to design your database. So that is fixed.
Okay.
If you are want to run some other query, you might not be having that structure.
Query.